Hey friends, okay, so today's video, I'm gonna be talking about what our family does for spring break. Because otherwise, if I don't go into summer with a plan, I get so many children who tell me that they're bored and, you know, we just kind of waste the summer away instead of like having a plan. We plan a vacation, we have different things that the kids look forward to throughout the summer. And I do some really light, fun homeschooling and all of that. So I'm gonna share with you what we do, kind of to give you guys some ideas if you're looking for them. And definitely please in the comments share down below what you guys do for summer, like how, you know, are you in swim team? Like what do you guys do to help the summers to go smoothly? And I will say, like, our summers, even though we go in with a plan, it doesn't always turn out exactly how we've planned it. But for the most part, they do kind of get into a rhythm of how the summer works, and the kids love it. We always have things to look forward to and just different things like that. So I'm gonna share with you my ideas. I have around the island here, like all that I have planned out, like different books the kids are gonna read, the activities. I do a little to-do list with each one of my children. They each have different things. So they have, it's laminated, so they mark it off every day. And so I'm gonna go through, you know, what they do. We have a summer list, like bucket list of what we want to do every summer. So I sat the kids down and we wrote out this list. So I'll go over like what our list is. And I just have a bunch of like different activities. So every day they have to do a different activity. So I'll kind of walk through like weekly what we do. And then I have a list of learning shows and activities for the summer. So the kids, you know, I really want them to continue to learn through the summer, but like it can definitely be fun, you know, and stuff. So I have this whole list. Please share if you know some really fun learning games or, you know, shows and stuff like that. Learning about God, so I have different things. And if it's rainy or you want an extra show, so these are the shows that they can watch. They're all pretty much like animal or Mythbusters, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through all of these with you guys. So we go into summer with quite a bit of plans, and it usually goes really well. I will say it's not perfect, but it usually goes pretty good. So I am excited for summer every year. I love that I get to spend time with my children. I love that we're kind of on our own rhythm of things. I really, really enjoy that. So if you are new here, I would love to have you subscribe and like this video, share this video with your other mommy friends. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, I love this laminated list. The kids actually, believe it or not, really like this too. Okay, so the thing with the laminated list is they cannot, and I put this, they can't go out and play with their friends or play electronics, which their electronics is games. So we do ABC Mouse. They can have 15 to 20 minutes of ABC Mouse. And then the other one, they have the Academy. There's an older version for older kids. And it's like teaches legit really good things. Like I sit in, make sure it's all okay, and it's been completely fine so far. So after they do this whole list, they get to play those games and they're still learning. So it's kind of a win-win. And so the other thing is they can go out and play with their friends as well. Now the thing is, as you can see, there is a lot to do, right? Like this one is Thomas, he has the most, and they can choose not to do this. Like that's the other thing. So they can choose not to play the electronics or play with their friends. Like it's up to them. It could take them all day if they want. I will say my children are very highly motivated to go play with their friends. They absolutely love, they have like, I would say 8 little boys their age right here. We are so blessed. And so they're very motivated to get everything done so they can go out and play with their friends. So I feel kind of blessed like in that way. Okay, so the key pretty much is this list. Like I said, I will walk you through this list, but then on the counter, I also put their journal. So I took them to the store and they each got to pick out a journal, and we did this last year, and so they each have their journal. And then the summer brain quest is what they have, and they love this. They absolutely love it, and it kind of walks you through, it's like super fun things, and it just kind of like, but they're learning at the same time, and it kind of on the side tells you, you know, gives you little things that might help you. And so the big boys can just do this by themselves and they absolutely love it. In fact, they usually do a couple more than they need to. So let me just kind of walk you through this. Okay, and I will post all of my kids on my Instagram. So if you have Instagram, I will post all of them if you're looking for ideas. But I'll just read you Jacob's because they're all pretty similar. Okay, so here's Jacob's list. Make bed, clean room, brush teeth, put away dishes, read 1 chapter from his chapter book, and then 3 to 5 sentences, read 1 Bible story, 1 lesson on Brain Quest. Sometimes they do extra. Activity of the day. So Monday he has to sweep the laundry room, Tuesday, and so on. So they kind of throughout the week will clean the house. And then he has to play the piano for 10 minutes, read about the saint of the day, read 2 books to Zachary, do flashcards with Zachary, flashcards with Thomas. Thomas is doing multiplication. Jump on the trampoline with Bella for 15 minutes. Water the plants with Bella, watch Maria for 30 minutes so that that's when I usually work with Bella, do her schoolwork, and then with Thomas, I'll do Zachary. And then clean the living room and then chore below. So here's the chore below, and then, this one, so activity of the day is over here. So Thomas, Jacob, Zachary, and Bella have to do these. And so so Monday, and these are all super fun. So these are like fun things to do. So Monday, go to art, do art. So Catholic Icing has how to draw things. So little things on YouTube to draw. On Tuesday, it says to make cookies or other treats. And I got this book and it's awesome. This book is amazing. It's really a big book, but it kind of shows you like step by step what to do, and it's geared for kids. I'll link it below if you're looking for something, but I just want my children to be pretty like well-rounded, and I feel like this is great because I do cook with them, but it's kind of nice for them to see how everything's done and stuff. So anyway, so that's what they do on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays, we have Learn About God. So we have Brother Francis videos, games, YouTube. There's different things they can do on Wednesday. Thursday is play memory games with the little kids. I just want the big kids and the little kids to, interact in a fun way, and they all love memory. So Friday, go to a new park. Okay, so that's pretty much like the daily to-do list is we'll have all the kids do that, and that like takes up, I would say like maybe 1 or 2 hours, depending how motivated they are. Like I said, they don't have to do it at all. Like in that way, they don't get to play video games or play with their friends. But like I said, they're very motivated to go play with them. So they usually get it done like within an hour. And it's usually like really fun stuff. They do not complain about it. They really enjoy it. Okay, so the next thing is, as a family, we did this summer list. And it is like our summer to-do list. So I'm just gonna read that off to you as well. So I don't laminate this so that we can like pencil them off, and the kids love, they're like their mama. They love pencil, like just marking these off, and I'll just put it right on the fridge so that they're super motivated and like we can look at it daily. And same with this one. There's different learning shows that they can watch so that we have like, they know what they can and can't watch. I'm very particular on what my kids can and can't watch. They can watch learning things that, are uplifting, but there's a lot of like really bad shows out there that you would never know they're bad that I just disagree with. So these ones are all fine. And a lot of these are on, I have Discovery Plus. I love like cooking shows and HGTV and stuff. If I ever have downtime, those are the things that I watch. So I got that, and I found out they have so many like really cool shows on there, like learning shows for kids. And so I just started like writing them down. If you know of any, let me know. So How Things Were Made. Christian Kids TV is like, it's one on YouTube, and it's really good. Like they talk about like saints and stuff. So if you're looking for like good Catholic stuff, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube like that teach children, and they're cartoons and stuff. So anyway, and then Learn About God. Here are some things to do that you could do. And then if it's a rainy day, or you want an extra show, like sometimes I'll let them have an extra show if it's like rainy or something. I love this list that I put together. This one is new. This is my new list because last year there were a lot of like rainy days that we had, and the kids are like, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, like, you know, I wish I would have had a list for them. So I came up with my own list this year. So puzzles. Okay, so our family's like really big into puzzles, and we realize we have puzzle races. And the thing about puzzle races are they're super fun because you're all together. So we have like 200 is the count that we realized is perfect for puzzle races for our family. So I'll usually have a partner, or sometimes me and my husband will be alone, and then the kids will be, you know, together. And it takes probably like a half hour, 45 minutes to do these puzzles. But the great thing about them is you're still talking with each other. Nobody is asking to, you know, play video games or, you know, on their phone or anything like that. It's really fun time. I love it. And 200 is like the perfect for our family. So you can have a puzzle race. This is if you want like a show or something, this stuff you have to do. A dance party for 20 minutes. So our family's really big into dance parties. I have a speaker and then my phone, and I just have it like all the fun songs, and the kids will go in the basement and just dance, and they laugh, and it is so fun. Anyway, so dance parties, we are really big into Legos. So the kids have bins of Legos, and people give them for birthday presents and all of that, and they're super into Legos, which I love because they will spend hours down there building and talking, and I just love it. Like, no electronics needed, you know, type of thing. So they can have Lego competitions. We've had that before where they get to build something for, you know, 20 minutes, and then, you know, a ship or something, you know, or they'll always ask me like, you know, what should we build, you know, and they'll have a competition. And then they want me to pick the best one. So they try really hard. They're very competitive, so I have to be very careful. Build a fort with all the blankets downstairs. And the great thing, I love having a basement because I can like go do this, and they'll do it, and they end up playing, you know, like I'll be like, you need 20 minutes of like building forts or something. And they'll usually spend the whole afternoon. Like it usually like just lasts forever. So it's great. Make a video. So my son Thomas like was watching me edit a video recently, and he started asking me questions like, how do you add music? And I was so excited. I didn't realize how much I love making videos, but I really do. So I gave him a really old camera. It's just like a little camera that we got when we had Thomas like years ago, and I just never used it. And so I was like, you know what, if you want to borrow it, you can. And so they went on like a nature hike the other day and like took it, and I taught him like how to edit it and add music to it, and it looked like it was, you know, a music video. It looked so good, and it looked like we had like such a great family and stuff, but it was like really fun. And it took him, like, he was really, so I love that he is like, you know, using his creative juices and stuff. So that's another thing. And they want to like start making videos of like detectives. They're like, oh, we could write out a script, and like they, you know, have like 8 other kids, and just for the family, you know, just like something fun. And they want to talk about, Jacob's looking at me. Do you want to come here and tell them? What videos do you want to make this summer?
My brother wants to do a detective one, and I want to do one about, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But I will think about it.
Yes. What do you think about this list? He kind of helped me a little bit, like say what he wants to do on the list and stuff, so. But yeah, they usually like it, right? Like checking things off, and then you get to go play and have fun. So they're pretty excited about that. And then cook something. My kids all really like to help me in the kitchen, which is sweet. There are times where I just want to be alone and cook because that's like my me time. So they can make something. They just, my rule for them about making something is just tell me what you want, and I'll go to this, you know, put it on the grocery list, and go to the store, and they have to clean everything up. And they're welcome to ask me questions. I will definitely be there with them to help, but they have to clean up after themselves. That's my only thing. And they've been good about that so far. So, and then the last one is write a story with pictures in your journal. So, so those are all things that they can do on rainy days. If they're like, I don't know what to do, they can look at this list. And so if it's a rainy day, they can do this, and then they get an extra show. Like, and the show is all about learning and stuff like that. So anyway, so I have this. I wish I had this last year, but this is what I have for this year to hopefully make it go a little more smoother. Okay, I'm super excited, but I love this stuff. But this is our summer to-do list. The kids came up with this idea with me, like what to do this summer, things that they want to do and stuff like that. So I'll read this, and then I'm gonna read the books that I'm gonna read to the kids and books they're gonna read to themselves. So I'm so excited. I love this type of video. So all right, so my summer to-do list, and this is just to give you ideas and stuff, but swim, they really want to swim. I'm thinking of putting them on the swim team, which might kind of mess up everything, but that's okay. Like, I'm totally fine with that. They want to have a water balloon fight. Okay, so our family, this is where what we're doing this summer. So every summer we try to do something a little fun. We couldn't really last year because of COVID. But this year we want to go to the Ark in Kentucky. So they have a huge Ark. And I watched one of the YouTubers I watched, her and her family went to the Ark, and it looks so cool, and it's on the way to Minnesota. So just before we get to Minnesota, go there. And I think it'd be so cool for the kids to see like how big Noah's Ark was, and I guess it was life size and all that. So anyway, we're pretty pumped about that. We're gonna go to Minnesota to see my family this summer. We're gonna go to Notre Dame. So Notre Dame is on the way as well, and my husband went to school there, so every summer we go to Minnesota, we always have to go to Notre Dame since it's on the way. And it's fun. I love it too, and I love Notre Dame and stuff. So go to a shrine. The Notre Dame has a shrine, which I love, but I'd like to go to another shrine with the kids this summer. We'll see how it goes with COVID and all of that, but I think that'd be really cool for every summer to go to a shrine. There's so many throughout the United States, so I think that's something really cool to do with your family. And I think if you just look it up, you could see like, Catholic shrines, in Virginia or wherever you live, and it's not something like, there usually are quite a few. So the kids want to go to Mall of America. That's pretty close to where my parents live. And then they want to go to McDonald's to get ice cream cones. Which I think is so funny, because there's a couple times throughout the summer where I get a little antsy, where I'm like, okay, I just need to get out and do something crazy. And so what I always end up doing is going to McDonald's, and they get a cone. So like maybe once or twice a summer we'll do this, and the kid just thinks it's amazing, and it's like $1 each, and like, anyway. Or like sometimes a donut, we'll be like, let's just go to Krispy Kreme, and like they get a donut, and it's like $1. So just like, I don't do it often because then it wouldn't be special, but they just think it's so awesome, and it's really not that expensive either, and we're getting out of the house and stuff. So go for a hike. The kids want to go for a hike. There's a lot of really cool places where we live, so they want to explore a little bit more. They want to go to a museum. They want to go camping. I don't know how we're going to do that, especially with Maria Grace. So I think we might just in the backyard, like set up a tent, and Eric and the boys can go camping. I don't know. It's just too hard right now, like with the kids, or with the little ones, but we'll see. Top Golf, like, I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's this thing. I don't know if it's in Virginia or if it's everywhere. We got a gift card for it. So you pretty much golf, and you try to like just whack it as far as you can into like a hole. Like it's really fun. You should look it up. But we have a gift card, so the kids are like, let's go use that. Build a fort. I'm sure they will build lots of forts this summer. Okay, go to Williamsburg. So we live in Virginia, and it is quite a drive, but I think it'd be kind of fun to like learn, about the history and all of that being here on the East Coast. So, and Busch Gardens, we'll see if that works. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work for a lot of kids. So we will see how it works. And then Mount Vernon. So what we're gonna do this summer, so Mount Vernon is George Washington's home. So I think since we're here in Virginia, what I'm thinking that we'll do is like, I will do little things like, so when the kids are eating lunch, I want her to start reading chapter books. Bella is really into me reading to her chapter books, which is so cool. Like, she doesn't need the pictures anymore and she gets it and stuff. So if you know any like cute girly chapter books that are, you know, pretty fun for little kids, let me know down below. But I want to kind of dive into George Washington, get to know him, kind of do a little bit history lesson with them about George Washington, and then go to Mount Vernon. I also want to do Laura Ingalls Wilder, read Little House on the Prairie, her books, because there's quite a few out towards Minnesota. So maybe if we can swing it, I'd love to go see some of her houses, because they're like, they're kind of museums now a little bit. I went to one when I was a little girl and I still remember it. I was pretty little, but I would love to start reading Little House on the Prairie during lunch. And then these books, I don't know if you've seen these books, but these are awesome. These are very Catholic. Heavenly Host, the Eucharistic Miracles for Kids. So it's little stories that I want to read during lunch about Eucharistic miracles. And then this one is the same. This, I don't think it's Eucharistic, but this is Catholic mysteries for kids. So miraculous. So I want to do these as well for the kids. And then Saint of the Day, I love this book. This book, the illustrations, very interesting, very unique illustrations, but the writing and about the saints, I really want to be holy. When I read about like John of the Cross and stuff, like I said, very unique illustrations, but the stories, like, they're very good, and they really make me want to grow in holiness. So anyway, I'm so pumped to do this video. I love planning out my summers. So another thing that I do is my kids have to read chapter books in the summer, which they love reading, but I actually pick them out for them. These are all the chapter books that they can choose from, and if they want different ones or something, then they need to kind of like okay it by me, but I really want them to read these ones first. Because I know what's in these ones. Sometimes there are books that you think they're good and they're just not. So these are the ones that are good. And so we have the Hardy Boys. My husband reads the actual Hardy Boys with the kids, but they made them where it's for younger kids. So so we have that one, the Boxcar Children, Encyclopedia Brown, Stuart Little. So these are some of the ones they can read this summer. Jocko, he did Way of the Warrior Kid. So it's kind of like, you know, what is it? Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's like the opposite of that, like how to be manly. Anyway, so my kids can read that one. They also have these chapter books that are, I think these are more for Thomas. He is going into 4th grade. So he's looking for a little bit harder book. So I have quite a few of these. They are by Tan and Ignatius Press. So they have 2 different, but they're really good. They're just chapter books, you know, novels about the saints, and they're awesome. So I have a whole stack of those. I've seen them at thrift stores. My parents have given us as gifts and all of that. So through time, I've kind of collected them. So anyway, so that's kind of our summer plans. Like, I'm really excited. Can you tell? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some ideas and that you go into summer with a plan and that you enjoy it, that it's fun. Motherhood's so fun if you let it be. I know it can be so hard, especially at first. I feel like the first years are really hard, but then they get like really fun and want to interact and do things and stuff. So anyway, so that's what we do in the summers. That's my plan. Like I said, it's not always perfect, but for the most part, it goes pretty well. The kids know what to expect because we do it the same thing every day, and then we go do fun stuff once in a while too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.